Hello crafters, and welcome to the Amy Makes That channel here on YouTube. I'm so thrilled that you are here for today's video. Today I'm showing you some DIY Christmas gifts that you can make with your Cricut machine. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I post all of the Cricut content here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please go ahead and follow me on those platforms. One of the best things about having a Cricut is making personalized gifts, so I hope these ideas will help you for this upcoming holiday season. Now let's stop talking and get to the tutorials. The first Cricut project is the personalized slippers. These are perfect for anyone that's looking to get cozy this holiday season, and they were one of the easiest projects I've ever made. I did ask on my Instagram story which design you guys preferred, and the majority voted for the script, so that's what we'll be using today. That font is also linked in the video description, but what you'll do is you will type out the text, and I did make the size of it about 2.5 inches. I measured the slippers, and my feet are super tiny, so this may depend on the size of the slipper, but 2.5 inches worked great for the size of my foot, and I am a size 5. So I typed out the word stay and then duplicated and typed out the word cozy. If you have the beta version of Cricut Design Space, instead of using the weld button, you can use the unite button. And what's great about the unite button is that you're able to ununite or undo your work. If you've used the weld tool before, you know that once you save after welding, you cannot unweld. So I use the unite button to connect the letters together, so it's a nice seamless finish. But make sure that you don't weld the words together, because stay is going to go on one slipper and then cozy is going to go on the other one. So I just got rid of the duplicates, and then I'm going to click make it. Now we are heat pressing these onto the slippers, so we will have to mirror our design. I'm just readjusting them on the mat before they get cut. Then the Cricut will connect, and I'm setting the base material to everyday iron on. These are the slippers as I've shown before. Had to get the neutral color, of course. And since we're going with the neutral theme, I'm using this dark brown HTV vinyl. Whenever we're working with HTV, please note that you have to place the vinyl shiny side down. There are two sides. So I'm placing that down on the mat and then using my brayer tool to make sure that it is super flat and we can get a nice clean cut with the Cricut. Then I'll insert it in, press the arrow button, and the Cricut will go to work. Then we'll click the arrow button to remove the mat, and now it's time to weed. As always, I weed the inside of the letters first, and then I will weed the rest of the background. Some of the vinyl didn't completely remove, and those were in the Y letters, so I'm just removing those quick. And now I'm going to take my scissors and cut these up because we want to keep them separate. And make sure you are putting the right word on the right slipper. Today we're using my mini easy press, and I'm going to set it on the second setting. This is for any HTV iron on. Then before I heat press, I like to place it on the slipper and measure it to make sure it is even. And then I'll move it, adjust it in case it's not. But these are good to go. I just flattened the slipper and then moved the Cricut Easy Press around a bit for about 10 seconds. And I didn't have to use a Teflon sheet in this case, but you can if you want to. Then I'll remove the carrier sheet, and these are ready to be gifted. I love how simple this project was. The next Cricut project is these personalized mugs with these cute decals. I made some gingerbread men, trees, candy canes, snowflakes. I did them all. So these are all the SVGs that I personally made with my iPad in Procreate. Now I didn't show how I made them because I am looking to make a separate video on how to create SVGs, but I'm showing you a bit of the behind the scenes of how I created them. But here I'm going to upload the design, but I'm showing you quick how I uploaded the design. I clicked the upload button, upload image, browse, and then selected my PNG image. I did two separate layers, the red and white layer. I uploaded this as a complex image because I want it to be the best quality possible. Selected the upload type as a cut image. Now you might be panicking because you're like, wait, I have to upload both of these and make sure they line up. Don't worry, I will show you a little quick trick how to do that. So this one will upload, do not adjust the size or anything to it. Then I will upload the white layer, and for more visual purpose, I like to change the colors, and this will help when you are cutting them on the mat later on. So I changed the white layer to white and the red layer to red, and then I lined them up as close as I could. Then you can adjust the size. Now I did not make a wrap I know a lot of people like to do those wraps where it's just all one layer, and it does make things easier. However, I have time. If you are a business owner, and I would highly suggest making a wrap, I do have a similar video on my channel when I made my acrylic milk cartons, but if you're looking to do a more detailed video of Amy, I have Libby glasses, please help me, and how do I make the wraps? You would just measure the height and circumference of the glass and then input that into Cricut Design Space. So you would essentially make a rectangle in the exact size that you measured of the glass, and then you would fill in all of those little elements of the gingerbread man, the candy cane, and then attach it. That is easier said than done, so if you are really in desperate need of a tutorial, I can do that. I wanted to make my design more custom and personalized, but here I'm just duplicating all of the elements. I did about 10 to 12 of each one. But once those are duplicated, we will click make it, and this is why the coloring is so important, because now it will automatically populate all of the white elements, all of the red, tan, green. This part I did speed up because I am adjusting where they're going on the mat, because again, this placement doesn't matter.
I'm sorry if this all feels like a game.
Next, we will set the base material to premium vinyl because this is a great setting for cutting vinyl. Here are all my rolls of vinyl. I'm using white, dark green, red, and this tan color, which all will be linked in the video description. This is the same process as any other vinyl project you would do with your Cricut. You will cut the vinyl, adhere it to the mat, and then the Cricut will cut. And I continue this process for all of the other colors.
Will I sink as soon as I jump in?
Now it's time to weed. This is my favorite part, but it will be long because you are doing this individually. So the trees and snowflakes were pretty easy. The candy canes were a little bit difficult because the pieces were a little small. And this is why it's so important to make your designs a little bit bigger, because the Cricut will have a hard time cutting. However, you might be saying, Amy, those gingerbread pieces were very tiny. How are you going to weed those? I have a fabulous trick that I haven't shared at all on my channel, and I'm so excited to tell you guys. So this is the process of reverse weeding. First, you will take a piece of transfer tape and put that over your vinyl design. You will not weed it. Scrape it down with the scraper tool really good so it's adhered, and then I will flip that over. Then you will remove the backing, not the vinyl, just the backing. Sorry, I did not film this pretty well. And what we're going to do is we're not going to weed the little pieces, we're going to remove the backing. Make sure you don't pull up the transfer tape by accident, it's just the vinyl background. And I'm gonna zoom in a little. This is how you weed tiny letters. I remember I used to weed tiny pieces without this method. It would take me at least a half an hour. This hack was less than a minute and I was crying of joy. And out of all the pieces, one little hand did not adhere. So these gingerbread men are ready to be adhered to the body of the gingerbread. Now there is a better hack to make sure that they are adhered and aligned perfectly, and that is with using wax paper. I unfortunately thought I had wax paper in my home and I did not. So I just eyeballed it, but luckily my eyeballs were working that day and I was able to do it manually. I'm thinking of creating a YouTube short, Instagram reel, or TikTok on how to use wax paper and align vinyl layers. So if you are interested in that video, please comment below. Then I did the same exact process for the candy canes. I just lined them up and eyeballed them as best as I could. So I made two versions. I did these mugs and then I also did the Libby glasses. First, I'm going to do the candy cane. Make sure before you apply any vinyl to any glassware, you take a cotton ball and dip that into rubbing alcohol and rub that onto the entire glass. But I did that off camera and I'm starting to pick some areas of where I will apply the candy canes, and I mixed in the snowflakes as well. This is the fun part about making glasses like these, is because it doesn't have to be perfect. I usually tilt the designs to the side a bit. You could mess up and you would never know, because it still looks good. Next, I'm doing the Christmas trees. These were so cute. I loved this dark green color. I cut all of these individually, so it made my life a little bit easier. And then I repeated the same process for the gingerbread men. but I'm obsessed with these glasses. They're the perfect winter and holiday mugs, and I can't wait to gift them for my coffee lovers. And the last Cricut project is these adorable holiday gift tags. And they're not just any ordinary tags, they have this beautiful shine to them. I'm going to do this to all of my stickers now because I'm obsessed. I thought this was a really fun way to label your gifts. Plus, you could get some really good laughs in by checking Naughty or Nice. So lucky for you, I did make this a free download for you all, so that will be in the video description. I did also create a blog post on this for you guys to check out. So I'm uploading this PNG image as I would with any other image. You will click upload, find the image, and we are going to select the image type as complex because we want this to be the best quality possible. We're not going to remove any background on this because this is a PNG image, and then select the upload type as a print and cut image because if it was a cut image, it would be a blank blob. You will add this to your canvas, and for some reason I did make the measurements in Canva 3x2, but it doesn't upload as 3x2, so you can just manually adjust the measurements as 3x2 and you'll be good to go. I am making multiple gift tags. This is a hack that I have explained many times, and it is in my TikTok hack video, so I will link that video for you to maximize your space when you're printing stickers. Then we will click make it. Everything looks good. We will click continue, and then we will send our gift tags to the printer. I'm not selecting bleed this time, and I'm using the system dialog so I can select the quality as best. And then I don't change anything else. Also, if you are confused with the sticker process, I do have a print and cut 101 video. Then I'm using my absolutely favorite label paper from Amazon, which will be linked in the video description, and my printer will print out the design. And now the moment I think everyone's been waiting for, how to make these stickers sparkly. So I bought this laminate from 1-for-3 Vinyl. If you are applying any laminate, make sure it's just a little bit smaller than the black rectangle because the Cricut has to scan that in order for it to make accurate cuts. And then I applied it with the scraper tool. I used my extra large because it was a bit easier than my smaller one. And really scrape the laminate down so there's no bubbles. Then I can insert it into the Cricut, and the first process is for the Cricut to scan, and then it will cut the stickers. With this particular label paper, I do use the setting light chipboard because it makes the cut 2 times. I find that this is best for the specific label paper that I use. Then I remove them from the mat face down, and this is the result. I kept on moving the sticker back and forth because I couldn't stop staring at how sparkly it was. But this is how they came out. You can write on these with a regular ballpoint pen and stick them on your gift boxes for all of your loved ones this holiday season. Now it's time to close out this video.
Thank you so much everyone for tuning into today's video on some DIY Christmas gifts that you can make with your Cricut. Let me know if you plan on making any of these in the comments section or if you have made these before. And don't forget to click that subscribe button if you're interested in more weekly content here on YouTube. I hope every one of you are having such an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!